In this video, I'm going to show you everything that you need to know about how to get Ungated to sell on Amazon. Full transparency, 100%. You will not have to watch any other video other than this one after you're done with it. I will show you all the suppliers and retailers that I've used, all my methods, step by step, and everything that is currently working right now. I'm going to show you exactly what to buy, where to buy it, when to buy it, how to submit it to Amazon, the exact ASIN numbers. Many Amazon gurus will charge you thousands of dollars for this information, and I'm going to give you for absolutely free. And here are some of the brands that I'm going to be covering on this video: Lego, Marvel, Hasbro, Spider-Man, Mattel, Disney, Converse, Crocs, Adidas, Calico Critters, Ravensburg, Melissa & Doe, Nintendo, Microsoft, Xbox, 2K, Nike, McFarlane, Barbie, Kiehl's, Tamashii Nation, Pokemon, USAopoly, Thames and Cosmos, WWE, Funko, Laura Mercier, Burt's Bees, Jellycat, Hoka, Fisher-Price, Starbucks, Crayola, Under Armour, Star Wars. And here are some of the categories I will be covering step by step on how to Ungate on this video. Over-the-counter, OTC, beauty, pets, vitamins, video games, books, DVDs and CDs, grocery, consumer electronics, pesticides, tools and industrial, office, music instruments, automotive, and household. Even more important, after I show you how to get Ungated, I'm going to give you a step-by-step on what to do and what not to do when you're getting Ungated. So make sure to watch carefully and watch until the very end. I quickly want to tell you about my online arbitrage leads. If you are having trouble finding profitable products on your own, we all know it's super time consuming. All those tools out there sometimes are a little bit hard to learn. Make sure to check my online arbitrage leads. These ones I source myself. No virtual assistants, no BS. I spend hours upon hours every single morning sourcing this myself to give to you so you don't waste your time. So make sure to check those out. I have a link in the video description. I'm also putting out a link right here, and you will have all the information you need, as it will probably help your Amazon business tremendously. Now let's go back to the video. Let's begin on how to Ungate Lego. For Lego, it's very simple. You're going to go to lego.com and you're going to buy 10 of this Yoda keychain. Now be careful, because Lego has two different Yoda keychains. And this particular Yoda keychain is the one that you want because they have a purchasing limit of 50. All other keychains have a purchasing limit of only 5. So you want to buy this one. And here is its ASIN number. And here is its corresponding listing on Amazon. Remember, every time you are ungating a product, you want to match that product with its corresponding listing on Amazon. Now, Lego only ships to residential addresses. So if you have no way of shipping to a residential address and you're using a prep center, I don't recommend you purchase from lego.com. In that case, watch later on that video where I show you a distributor that you can use to Ungate toys. Make sure you purchase 10 of this Lego keychain in the same order. Make sure to use the same address that has been verified by Amazon on Seller Central. Right after you buy from Lego, Lego will email you with a confirmation. Now, Lego will not send you an invoice on the box where they send you the purchase. Instead, Lego will send you an invoice via email about 2 to 3 days after you purchase. So be looking out for that email. The email looks like this, and you will see a PDF with their invoice. Now, make sure when you open that invoice, do not submit that invoice as it is to Amazon. Instead, use a software. I personally use Snagit, but you can use any other software, and you're going to white out the upper right corner where it says receipt. For some reason, Amazon does not like the word receipt, so you're gonna white it out. You're gonna make that part white, and then you're gonna save it, and that's the invoice you're going to submit to Amazon. With all your ungates, you want to submit high definition, high quality images of the items that you're purchasing. So once you receive your purchase from Lego.com, open it, take pictures of the front, the back, the side, up close, zoomed in, zoomed out of all the keychains that you received. Make sure to also take high definition pictures of the box that they came in with the shipping label that says your name and your shipping address. And again, we want to be as thorough as possible so that Amazon has all the proof that they need to be able to ungate you. They want to make sure that your purchase from Lego is legit, and that's exactly what we are going to be sending. Then you're going to request an ungating via the yellow button on the Amazon listing, and here's where you're going to submit your invoice, all your pictures, and a brief note saying, hey, please get me ungated on this ASIN number. Here is proof of purchase. Here are all the images. And after a day or two, Amazon will respond and they will have approved you. If they haven't approved you, that's pretty normal, especially for beginner seller accounts. That means that you probably got a bad reviewer. So just resubmit again. Make sure to resubmit by changing slightly your file name. So if your initial file names were Lego invoice 1.png, change it to something like Lego invoice 2.png. So a slight change. The purpose of this is to go through Amazon's automated detection systems that flag accounts and flag double submissions of ungating requests, and to actually get to another human manual reviewer. And you should be approved after a few attempts, since you have all the right elements to get ungated on Lego.com. Now here is how to ungate the grocery category. To ungate grocery, we're going to use Frontier Co-op. To use Frontier Co-op, you're going to need an LLC. If you don't have an LLC, that's okay. I'm going to go through another supplier that you can use. But if you do have an LLC, Frontier Co-op, it's great. It's a super reputable distributor that you can use. For free shipping, they do have a minimum order of $250. But the good thing about Frontier Co-op is that you will be allowed to ungate multiple categories as they carry different products ranging from beauty, grocery, toys, etc. For this example, I'm going to give you a specific ASIN numbers here in the grocery category using this keys. So you're going to use this, you're going to buy this product from Frontier Co-op and you're going to use this listing on Amazon. And for beauty, which you're going to buy this Burt's Bees chapstick, and you're going to buy this product on Frontier Co-op, and you're going to use this listing on Amazon to get ungated. Frontier Co-op will send you an invoice inside a box, and just like you did with other ungates, you're going to take high definition pictures of all your items from different angles, the box that they arrived in, the shipping address, the invoice, and all the information you received. The more information that you can provide Amazon, the better it will be for your ungating case. For our next ungate, we are going to ungate the brand, the toy brand McFarlane. And for that, we're going to use Target. Yes, Target is an exceptional way of getting ungated, and it has been working tremendously well. I've been using it for all kinds of brands lately. So this is the product that you're going to be buying from Target. Again, you're going to buy a combined of 10 units of the same product, and this is the corresponding listing on Amazon. As you see, I bought it, I shipped it to my own address, and I took pictures of all the products from the front, from the back, from the side, and I also took a picture of the shipping box. And what's the best part about Target is that you can download an invoice through their online portal. So you will go to your Target.com account and you will go to the purchases and you will find that purchase and you will just simply and plainly download the invoice after the order has shipped and arrived to your house. And for some reason, Amazon has been absolutely loving receiving invoices from Target to ungate. and it has been working really, really well. Now, make sure to always buy online. You can be buying in the store because receipts from in-store purchases have not been working at all. So for some reason, Amazon really does like those online purchases and that trail of proof of purchase that you can get through the online invoice. Now we're gonna move on to the over-the-counter, or otherwise known as OTC category. This is if you want to sell over-the-counter medicine like Tylenol or Motrin, etc. Amazon is super strict on ungates for this category for obvious reasons. Reason being that this is medicine that people actually take, so they want to know that you are purchasing from authorized distributors. I myself use what I call the Amazon method, where you purchase directly from Amazon.com themselves. For this, I had a separate buying account on Amazon, so I have my seller account, and then with a different email and different phone number, I created a separate Amazon account just for buying purposes. And I like to keep them separate. Can you use the same selling account to buy? Absolutely. But what happens if for some reason Amazon flags that account? You would put your seller account at risk. And that is the only reason I like to keep mine separate. Once you have your buying account, try to make it a business account. To make it a business account, you would need an LLC, and it's very simple. You just apply for a business account with Amazon with your LLC, and make sure to not use Prime. For some reason, Amazon does not like it when you buy with Prime to Ungate, but has no issues when you buy without Prime and use that to Ungate. If you don't use a business account because you don't have an LLC, no problem. You can also use a personal account. Again, make it separate and don't use Prime. Another rule is do not buy from third-party sellers. Only buy when Amazon.com is the seller themselves. And as always, make sure to buy at least 10 units of the same product that you want to Ungate in the same purchase. I personally got Ungated using this listing, which is the same listing that I used to Ungate, and the units arrived to my house. After the units arrived to my house, I took pictures. These are the pictures that I took. And I downloaded the invoice straight from Amazon, from my latest purchases on Amazon.com. I submitted that invoice, and voila, I was Ungated. As usual, you might get rejected a few times, but then keep resubmitting and Amazon will eventually Ungate you. Why? Because you have all the right proof. You bought legitimately from an authorized distributor. In this case, it was Amazon. Another peculiarity of Ungating the OTC category is that Amazon not only wants you to submit a proof of purchase or an invoice, they also need an FDA registration. And this is only for this category. For the FDA registration, it's very easy to look those up. This is a website that I use to look them up. To know how to look for the exact FDA registration for the product that you're buying, first look for what is the active ingredient on that product that you're buying. For example, for Tylenol, the active ingredient is acetaminophen. So you would go to the FDA page and would look for that active ingredient. Now you need an exact match of that registration with your product. So the strength must match exactly. So if on Amazon it's 500 milligrams, the FDA registration must be 500 milligrams. And the dosage column also should match. If it's tablet, it should be tablet. If it's capsule, it should be capsule. The application holder also must match. So if Amazon shows that the manufacturer is Johnson & Johnson, then the application holder on the FDA page should be Johnson & Johnson. And lastly, in the FDA page, it should show that it's currently active, not discontinued, not paused, active. You're gonna take a full page screenshot of that matching FDA page to your listing, and you're gonna submit that during your Ungating request. Now, if for some reason your Ungating request using Amazon.com doesn't work, then here are some other suppliers to Ungate the OTC category. Number one, bulkofficesupply.com. Here is the product page on bulkofficesupply.com and the corresponding listing on Amazon. remember to submit the corresponding FDA page. And this is the corresponding FDA page for this product that I'm showing you here. Another excellent supplier is Weiner's Ltd. Now, remember when we were Ungating with Frontier Co-op and I told you that if you don't have an LLC, I'm going to show you a different supplier. This is it. Weiner's Ltd, you do not need an LLC to get Ungated. You can have your own business under your own individual account, and this is the product that you can use on Weiner's Ltd to buy, and the corresponding listing and the corresponding FDA page. The next one on our list is the toy brand Melissa & Doug. For this particular one, I use Target. Again, the same Target method that I explained before. You're gonna buy 10 units, take pictures, make sure your shipping address matches the same address as your Amazon seller account. Download the invoice from Target, and this is the exact product that I purchased, and this is the exact listing that matches on Amazon. And like I said before, Target has been an absolute beast for getting ungated lately. Make sure to use it while it's still working in this year, 2024. Next up is the pets category. The pets category is another super profitable category. To get ungated, use Kohls.com and buy this product, and this is the corresponding ASIN or listing on Amazon. A few words about Kohls. Kohls has a preferential partnership with Amazon. As you know, Amazon will let you return the unwanted merchandise that you buy from Amazon to Kohls at a Kohls location, and they've had that partnership for a while. Kohls has been working really well for Ungating. It has been a little bit of a hit or miss for other sellers, but it's definitely a great retailer to get ungates from. I have personally used it multiple times for multiple categories to get ungated. A few tricks and tips for ungating with Kohls. As usual, buy 10 of the same item or the same brand on the same invoice. Have it shipped to your house. Do not buy it in store because Amazon does not accept retail receipts for ungating purposes. You're going to print a screen. You can't download an invoice like you do with Target, but you can print a full page screenshot from your order summary from Kohls.com. However, do not print a screenshot until the items actually arrive to your location. And the reason for that is Kohls will change the delivery status on the order page. So initially it will say order confirmed, but after the units actually arrive, it will say orders delivered or something like that. And you want that last thing to show up on your screenshot. Now, once you have your full page screenshot, just like I did with the Lego.com invoice, I like to whiten out a few parts. And the reason for that is Amazon does not like the word receipt and packing slip. So wherever it says packing slip or receipt, white it out with a software like Snagit and use that as your final screenshot that you will be submitting to Amazon. Kohls will also send you a packing slip inside the box with the items that you buy. You can find this packing slip inside and behind your shipping label. So where your box arrives, it will have a shipping label. Remove that gently, and under it, that's where Kohls has put their packing slip. So if you want, you can also use that packing slip. I personally use only my screenshot from my online order that has been working really well for all my ungating requests. So now we covered how to get ungated with Lego.com, how to get ungated with Frontier Co-op, and a few other retailers like Weiner's Ltd and Bulk Office Supply, how to get ungated using the Amazon.com method, how to get ungated using the Target.com method, how to get ungated with Kohls.com method. So the next one up is what I like to call it the brand direct method. And I would use it with brands that are not available either at Target, Kohls, or on Amazon.com, and you don't want to go through the ordeal of finding a distributor. So what I use in this case is I go directly to the brand's website. A good example is how to ungate the brand Hoka, the shoe. In this case, I would go to Hoka.com, and here's an example product page and the corresponding listing page on Amazon. Now, with this method, you will not get an invoice inside your box. Instead, you're gonna do what you did with the Kohl's method, which is go to your recent orders and print a full page screenshot of your order. And there you will show your purchase at least 10 items, and make sure to take the screenshot after your order has arrived. I can't stress out how important it is to take the screenshot after the order has arrived. Now, with the brand direct method, in certain instances, you're going to run into the situation where the brand has set a specific limit on the total number of items that you can purchase in one single purchase. So you might be able to purchase 5, but you obviously need 10. In that case, you would purchase 5 of that item, and then you would purchase 5 more of another shoe for a total combined of 10 items in the same purchase. Remember, in your screenshot, you need to show that in the same purchase, you're purchasing a total combined of 10 units. And then you're just gonna use one of those items to have a corresponding Amazon listing to ungate that. Next up is the vitamins category. For the vitamins category, use this ASIN number, this listing on Amazon. You will use the Amazon.com method that I showed you before. If that doesn't work, most sellers have had really good success also using GNC.com. So find the vitamin brand that you like and go to GNC and ungate that brand using GNC. Another retailer that has been working really well is VitaCoast. VitaCoast.com. You will need to request an invoice from VitaCoast, but it has been working tremendously well for a lot of sellers. And we go to the video game category. There are 3 or 4 main video game brands like Nintendo, Microsoft, 2K, Ubisoft, etc. And I'm gonna go through some of them. Once you ungate one, you will ungate the category. So to ungate Nintendo, I have personally used Nintendo.com directly using what I call the brand direct method. And this is the exact product that I used or that I bought 10 units from and the corresponding list. To ungate Microsoft, you're going to use the Amazon.com method. Unfortunately, Amazon does limit the amount of items that you can purchase under the Microsoft brand. So what you're gonna do is what I showed you before. You can combine more than one item in one purchase. So you're gonna use all these ASINs that I'm gonna show you right now, this one and this one and this one and this one, into one single purchase. And as you notice, all these items are under the brand Microsoft. So your final invoice will show that you're buying a combined total of 10 Microsoft units, which is what Amazon wants to see. And you're just going to use one of those ASINs to get ungated and submit your ungating request. Xbox, you don't really need to ungate. You ungate Microsoft. Microsoft owns Xbox, so as soon as you ungate Microsoft, Xbox will be ungated automatically for you. To ungate the brand, the video game brand 2K, you're gonna use this ASIN number and again buy 10 units using the Amazon.com method that I showed you before. And if for some reason you're not having luck using the Amazon method, then you're gonna wanna use a distributor route. This is the name of the distributor that I would recommend that has worked very well for a lot of sellers. The only problem with the distributor and most distributors on that note is that they have a minimum purchase requirement of $1,000. So you gotta spend a minimum of $1,000 with them. But the beauty of that is that you can engage multiple brands on one purchase. So on one purchase, you would purchase Microsoft, 2K, Nintendo, and all the other video game brands. They also carry DVDs and CDs and a bunch of electronic brands. So you can ungate multiple brands with the same distributor. You would need to sign up for a wholesale account with them right here on this URL, and you need to complete an approval process with them and an application. But in the end of the day, if that's the last resort and you really want to sell on the profitable video game category, then you might consider going that route. Moving on to the next category is DVDs and CDs. For DVDs, you're going to be buying a combined 10 in the DVD category using these two ASINs. So you're going to buy 5 of these ASINs and 5 of these other listings for a combined 10. And the same with CDs. Amazon limits the quantity to 5 each, so you're going to buy 5 of each in one unique purchase, and you're going to only use one of them to submit your ungating request. If for some reason the Amazon method doesn't work for you to ungate this category, then I would recommend you buy from christianbook.com, which is an authorized supplier of DVDs and CDs. For DVDs, you would buy 10 of this ASIN or of this product, and here's the corresponding ASIN. And for CDs, you would buy 10 of this product, and here is the corresponding ASIN number. And the next category is an absolute profitable beast. It's the beauty category, one of my favorite categories to sell on Amazon because the margins are extremely good. I already show you how to get ungated on beauty using Frontier Co-op by buying 10 of the Burt's Bees chapstick. But if you don't have an LLC, then you won't be able to use Frontier Co-op. Then the alternative is to use the retailer ASOS.com. And in ASOS.com, you will buy 10 of one item and find the corresponding list. Other distributors that you can use that are proven to ungate are UnitedPerfumes.com, NandandSons.com, and BeautyJoint.com. If you don't find the particular beauty brand that you want in any of these websites, then I would recommend going a brand direct route that I explained before, or usually you can also find them on Target.com and Kohl's.com. Target.com has a partnership with Ulta, and Kohl's.com has a partnership with Sephora. So they are carrying a lot of beauty brands. So you might be able to use those retailers as well. For the grocery category, I already explained again how to get ungated with Frontier Co-op. But if you run into the issue of not having an LLC, then I would recommend you use a retailer like CubanFoodMarket.com, which has been working extremely well for ungating, and you do not need an LLC for that. Another two distributors is RoundEyeSupply.com and RedstoneFoods.com. How to ungate consumer electronics. You probably realize that consumer electronics is such a wide category and you have thousands of brands. And even though you ungate at the category level, brands will require a specific ungates. You will be able to use Target.com or Kohl's.com for many electronic related ungates, but if you are unable to ungate using those retailers, then I would recommend going the distributor route. And the 3 distributors that I would personally recommend to ungate electronics are CDW.com, AENT.com, and BulkOfficeSupply.com. And again, when you go to the distributor route, they do require a minimum purchase requirement and a thorough application process. But again, if this is the last resort and you haven't been able to ungate with any other way, I would highly recommend, once you have enough cash flow and you've been selling for a while in other categories and brands that you have been able to ungate successfully, to go ahead and try the distributor route. How to ungate the pesticide category. Now, this one is laughable because you don't really need to submit any proof of purchase per se. What Amazon does require is you to complete a brief quiz or survey proving your knowledge on the pesticide category. So this is a set of questions, and you can easily Google pesticide Amazon quiz or something like that. That's how I did it. And you will come across a few results that will actually give you the answers for each of the questions that is being asked of you during the quiz. So you can go one by one and answer correctly all of them using that cheat sheet that you find in the Google results. How to ungate the industrial tools category. This one is a little tricky as sometimes it's hard to find a specific tool brand and you can't really use Home Depot or Lowe's to successfully ungate. So what do you use? I would recommend, if you can find it on using the Amazon.com method, Target method, or Kohl's method, go for it. But if you can't, then I would recommend these three distributors: Queller.com, RaceHardware.com, and Granger.com. This should work really well. And now we have arrived at the sports category. For sports, the retailer that has been working extremely well is Academy.com. And this retailer has been exceptional for ungating sports related brands, and I would highly recommend it. For the office supplies category, ironically, I would recommend officesupply.com. It has been working really well. And like you do with everything else, find a product that you can find a corresponding ASIN number on a listing on Amazon. They have to match, has to be the same product. Buy 10 of that product on officesupply.com and submit your ungating request through the Amazon listing. The music category. For the music category, you're going to use the distributor wholesalemusicwarehouse.com, which has been working very well. Now, as usual, if you can find the product in an easier route like Target or Kohl's, I would recommend those first, but if you can, go this route. For the automotive category, I would recommend these two suppliers: extremepsi.com and maperformance.com. One of them looks like it hasn't been updated since the 1990s, the website, but it's a reputable authorized distributor that Amazon is currently accepting for ungating requests. So either one of these two will work perfectly for any type of automotive brands. For the books category, now most book brands are going to be ungated off the gate because it's not a very restricted category, but you will encounter a specific book brands that Amazon has deemed more strict, and for that I would use a supplier like bulkbookstore.com, which has been very good for ungating book brands. Household items. For household items, as you can imagine, you can find a lot of this at Target, at Kohl's, so I would use those. But if you do encounter a brand that is not available at Target, it's not available at Kohl's, then I would go to webrestaurantstore.com, which is an authorized distributor that Amazon is accepting proof of purchase from. For the toy category, you should already be ungated in the toy category as a whole because you ungated Lego, which is the first brand that we covered, but you will encounter within the toy category that you're still having issues with a lot of very important brands being gated, and that is very normal. Amazon still wants to see proof of purchase for a lot of brands that are very strict about the sellers that they allow on their listings. So if you have tried Target, if you have tried Kohl's, if you have tried the Amazon.com method, if you have tried the brand direct method and nothing seems to work, then, or if you can't find a certain toy brand in any of these retailers, then what I would recommend is going the distributor route. And here are the toy distributors that I would recommend that you use to get ungated in the toy category. First one is eedistribution.com. Then you have aent.com, Sheffer.com, everestwholesale.com, bbcw.com, hustlewarehouse.com, and empirediscount.net. Now you don't have to use all of these distributors. I would just pick one, since one of them probably has all the brands that you need. I would really either pick eDistribution that requires a minimum purchase limit of $250, or ANT.com that requires a minimum purchase limit of $1,000. And just in one single shot ungate all the toy brands that you need, so you don't have to worry about that ever again. So it's a nice little initial investment, unfortunately, that you need. Once you ungate it, then you're set. Here's how to get ungated on Hasbro, Marvel, and Spider-Man in 3 different brands all at once, what I call the triple ungating. Now the triple ungating I've shown in another video. It's a little bit of a hit or miss, but it's definitely worth a shot, where you buy only one item and use that one item to ungate 3 or multiple brands. In this case, you're gonna buy 10 of this item at Target.com and use a Target invoice to ungate these 3 brands. Now, to ungate these 3 brands, here are the 3 different listings. This one is for Hasbro, this one is for Marvel, and this one is for Spider-Man. What you're gonna do is pick one first, submit an ungating request using your invoice. Once it gets approved, then what you're gonna do is move on to the next listing, to the next brand, submit an ungating request for that new brand, and you're going to slightly change the name of your invoice. So if before you used it for Hasbro and you name your invoice Hasbro invoice, the PNG, and now your next listing is Marvel, you're going to rename your file name as Marvel invoice, the PNG. And then once that one gets approved, you're going to move on to the next brand. Do it one at a time until all of them get accepted. And don't forget to rename your files and to take beautiful high definition pictures of all your product that has arrived to your house. Okay, to ungate Mattel, you're going to use the target.com method. You're going to buy 10 of this product and you're going to use this matching listing to ungate. To ungate Disney.com, I would use Kohl's, the Kohl's method, and here is the product that I would buy and the corresponding listing. Calico Critters. Buy 10 from Target, buy 10 from Target on this product page, and this is the corresponding ASIN number. Ravensburg, if you're not familiar with this brand, is one of the best puzzle brands out there. It's huge, especially around Christmas time. You're gonna buy 10 of this item at Target and you are going to match it with this listing on Amazon. Nike, who doesn't want to sell Nike? What a profitable brand this is. Now you're gonna buy 10 of this item at academy.com and this is the matching listing on Amazon. A lot of sellers are also having a lot of luck using soccer.com. So if Academy doesn't work for some reason, but it should, use soccer.com. For Barbie, you're gonna buy 10 of this item at Target, and here is the matching listing on Amazon. Kiehl's is an excellent brand to sell. To ungate Kiehl's, I have personally used the brand direct method that I explained before. I go to Kiehl's.com and buy 5 of this item right here, and unfortunately Kiehl's will limit your purchasing limit to 5 of each product. So what you're going to do is buy 5 of this and then pick any other product from Kiehl's and buy 5 of that. In one purchase, you're going to show a combined total of 10 units. And then you're going to simply take a full page screenshot of your purchase after your items have arrived and you've taken all the pictures, and then you're going to use that for this corresponding listing on Amazon to ungate. Hamashi Nations, if you're not familiar with this brand, it's such a great toy brand. Unfortunately, nobody really carries it. You can't really find it at Target, you can't find it at Kohl's. Barnes & Nobles does carry it, but we can't really use it for ungating. As you know, Amazon will not accept certain retailers. So what I've used in the past to ungate it is buying 10 of this item straight from Amazon.com using what I call the Amazon ungating method. Are you a fan of Pokemon? Well, Pokemon is huge and very profitable. To ungate it, you're gonna wanna use the Amazon ungating method that I explained before, and this is the listing that you can buy 10 units from. The brand US Opoly is very popular, and again, you can find a good ungating success using the Amazon ungating method and buying 10 of this listing right here. This is another niche type of toy brand, Thames and Cosmos, and it's a really popular, toy brand, and you're gonna wanna buy 10 of this listing right here. Do you like WWE? If that's the case, you are like many fans out there and you're gonna wanna ungate it so you can sell it. It's very profitable. And you're gonna ungate it using the Amazon method. Here is the listing that you're gonna buy 10 units from. Funko, who doesn't know Funko? To ungate Funko, you're going to use the Target method. Target has been working really well to ungate Funko. Unfortunately, Target does limit the amount of Funkos that you can buy in one single purchase. So you're going to want to buy 2 of these Funkos right here and 8 of this other Funko right here from Target, all in the same purchase, and then use one of them to ungate. MAC Cosmetics, to ungate this really popular brand, you're going to use a brand direct method. You're going to be buying directly from maccosmetics.com, and you're going to buy 8 of this item and then 2 of another MAC Cosmetic item from the same website on the same purchase, and you're going to use this listing to ungate. Another very popular beauty brand is Laura Mercier. It's very profitable, and you're going to buy 8 of this item right here and 2 of another Laura Mercier item all in one purchase, because Laura Mercier will limit the amount that you can purchase in one single purchasing event. And then you're going to use this listing to match it and submit an Ungating request from. If you're not familiar with the toy brand or the plushie brand Jellycat, it's super famous. They're based in the UK and sales go wild for this brand, especially around Christmas time. So you're going to want to use the brand direct method that I explained before. You're going to buy 10 of this item right here and use this Amazon listing right here. To ungate the toy brand Fisher Price, it's quite simple. Buy 10 of this item at Target.com and then use this Amazon listing right here to match it. Do you enjoy a nice cup of Starbucks? I surely do. If you want to ungate Starbucks, then what you should do is buy 10 of this at Target.com and use this Amazon listing to ungate it. That's cheers for all the ungating that we're doing right here. To ungate Crayola, you're gonna buy 10 of this item at officesupply.com and use this Amazon listing to ungate. To ungate the brand Adidas, you're gonna buy directly from academy.com using this product, 10 of this product, and match it with this Amazon listing right here. To ungate Under Armour, you're gonna buy 10 of this product on academy.com and use this Amazon listing right here to ungate. To ungate Star Wars, you're gonna buy 10 of this item at Target.com and you're gonna use this listing on Amazon to ungate. Now that we've gone through all the categories and all the brands that we explain exactly how to get ungated, what products to buy, what listings to use to match it, what evidence to submit to Amazon, and how to submit the evidence, I'm gonna go through some very, very important what to do and what not to do in terms of ungating. First of all, like with anything, any of the examples that I gave you, the retailers or distributors may run out of stock or may discontinue that item. If that ever happens, then what you do is try to find a different product under the same brand and a corresponding listing on Amazon. So basically you can replicate exactly what I did for you and you can search it yourself. So you would go to Target.com, for example, and if you want to ungate Disney, you would type Disney and you would look for a Disney product on Target.com. Then you would go to Amazon.com and see if the product matches exactly. You would take the UPC number or the title and paste it on the Amazon search box and see if both match perfectly. That way, you know you have a winner and you can buy that item from, let's say, Target, and you can use it to ungate with that listing that you found that matches that product on Amazon. Do not get discouraged if my example that I show you here on the video is not available a few months after the video comes out, because that's normal. In order to get ungated, you're going to have an Amazon professional seller plan, which is $39.99 per month. So if you're currently in an individual selling plan, paying $1 a month, you need to upgrade to a professional plan. Otherwise, Amazon will not let you get ungated. I know it's a little bit lame, but it's one of Amazon's rules. And a lot of sellers get discouraged because their ungating requests are not going through, where the solution would be very simple. Just upgrade to a professional plan before you submit your ungating request. Before you submit an ungating request, make sure that your seller account is currently in good standing. To make sure of that, go to health, your account health, and it needs to be over 200. If it's under 200 or you see a yellow color instead of a green color, that means that it's not in good standing. So make sure to fix your account health before you move on to your ungating request. Now here is one of the most important points that I'm going to stress about getting ungated. You need to ship your items that you're purchasing from the authorized distributor or supplier to the exact same address that has already been verified by Amazon. This is the address that when you initially open the account, Amazon sent you a verification confirmation PIN via snail mail to your address. And then you use a PIN to verify your account. And this is the address that shows under your business information under Seller Center. So you're going to want to ship exactly to this address. If you use a different address, then that creates an incongruency with Amazon and they may not approve your ungating request. So again, I cannot stress this enough. Make sure that where you're shipping your items to get ungated matches the same address that you currently have under your Amazon Seller Central. Do not ship to a prep center. Do not ship to a friend's house. Ship exactly to the same address. And make sure to take photos proving that the package arrived to that address. Another important point is that the invoice or the proof of purchase that you show to Amazon must have a date of purchase no longer than 6 months ago. So in other words, you have to have purchased the items within the last 6 months from your ungating request date in order for you to be able to use it. If you purchased before 6 months ago, then you will have to repurchase so that it's more recent. Make sure that your order number and the information for the supplier shows on your invoice or on the screenshot of your online purchase. Make sure that there is either a logo or a name, not so much the address of the supplier, but the name of the supplier, for example, Kohl's or Target, and the order number. Every purchase will have a corresponding order number. And why is this important for Amazon? It's because many times, I would say most times, Amazon will double check with the supplier and they will give them the order number that you gave Amazon to confirm that you actually purchased from them, because a lot of sellers are a little bit sneaky and they fake documents, which I don't recommend that you do at all. So just provide a real order number. Make sure that that shows on your documents so that Amazon can make its proper due diligence and confirm with the retailer. Make sure that your invoice or proof of purchase always shows at least 10 units purchased. Again, it doesn't have to be 10 units of the same exact product. It could be 5 units and 5 other units, but it has to be 10 combined units of the same brand. Make sure that the product that is showing in your invoice matches exactly with the listing that you are submitting an Ungate request from. Either the images or the title or the UPC must be extremely similar. That way Amazon can easily see that it matches. Before you attempt any type of ungating, make sure that the brand doesn't already auto ungate. What is auto ungating? Is when you click on that yellow request approval button. You click on that. Sometimes Amazon will auto ungate that listing for you, meaning it will automatically open it up for you to sell without you needing to submit any further proof. So before you go ahead and buy inventory to get ungated, make sure to click on that yellow button. Make sure that it's not already ungating automatically for you. And if it is, then no need to buy inventory. You're already ungated on it, which is awesome. Before you get ungated on any brand, make sure that the brand is actually safe to sell on, meaning that it doesn't give out IP complaints. And how do you know that? You know that by running the listing through a software like IP Alert. And if you want, I have a link on my video description for a discount code. This is my go-to software to check if a brand is safe to sell, because you don't want to sell on a brand that is not safe to sell at all. You can also check the Keepa chart if there are no sudden drops on seller count. And if the brand is safe to sell, then yeah, go by any means, go ahead and start selling on that. If it's not safe to sell, don't go through the entire hassle of going through an ungating request, because you're not even going to sell on that brand. It's not safe to sell. Now, this one is optional. I always prefer to operate my business under an LLC. If you don't have an LLC, you can still sell on Amazon. You can still get ungated, but it will be way easier to get ungated using an LLC, because you can use distributors like Frontier Co-op or other distributors. And also, in my mind, I think that Amazon views sellers that do have an LLC with a little bit more seriousness versus sellers that operate under an individual account. But it's your choice. I would highly, highly recommend that you get an LLC. Another huge point is, and I already mentioned this, make sure to take a lot of high definition pictures, not only of the products, but also of the shipping box or package that it came in. I want you to get the shipping label with your name and address inside the photo and place the products right next to the shipping box. That way you give Amazon a good picture that this was a legitimate purchase from an authorized distributor. You're not trying to fake any documents. You have the products right here in your living room. You're taking pictures from different angles. And as an additional proof of purchase, grab the tracking number, like either FedEx, USPS, or UPS. Go to their websites, UPS, USPS, or FedEx, put in the tracking number and take a full screenshot of the page in those postal services that says that the items have been delivered to you. It will say green delivered, you know. That way you show Amazon that the items were actually delivered. Again, another little bit of snippet of more information and proof of purchase that you can give to Amazon. Well, I hope you really enjoyed that video. I hope that this video helps a lot of Amazon sellers out there. I haven't seen a single ungating video that encompasses and covers all the brands, categories, what not to do, what to do, like this video that I'm putting out right now does. I meant for this to be a full step-by-step tutorial that you can watch over and over again when you are running into obstacles. And I meant this to be a sort of Bible to answer all the questions that have been asked from me over the last years. And I wanted to answer all of those questions in one single video. So I hope you like it. I'm just asking from you that you please give this video a like and to also subscribe to the channel. In case you enjoy this video, you're probably gonna enjoy some of my other videos, and this way you're gonna get notified when I put out new videos out there. Also, if you're having trouble finding online arbitrage deals or good profitable products to sell on Amazon, make sure to check my online arbitrage leads that I put out every single day, and I source myself 100%. I don't outsource it to any VAs or anything like that. I spend hours upon hours every single morning sourcing these profitable products myself. So make sure to check those out. There is a link in the video description, and you can also check it out on this website right here. And lastly, if you are looking for discounts on online arbitrage products, there are links on my video description on all the online arbitrage tools that I personally use on my own business over all the years that I've been doing this. Anyway, I hope you enjoy that. Also, make sure to check out this other video right here that YouTube is recommending, because if you like this video, chances are that you're probably gonna like watching that video as well. As usual, keep up the excellent work that you're doing out there and keep selling and profiting big. See you on the next one.